Today's November 22nd, 2019. That means it is the 29th anniversary of The Undertaker making his appearance at Survivor Series 1990. So let's talk about his pop up next on The Popper's Pit.
If you want to know what pops to get, then pop on down to The Popper's Pit. Like, share, subscribe are the buttons to hit when you pop on by to The Popper's Pit.
What's poppin', Poppers? Welcome back to The Popper's Pit, the place where I share my love of Funko Pops with you. Now, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button while you can. And we're going to talk about The Undertaker today, because today is the 29th anniversary of The Undertaker making his appearance at Survivor Series 1990 on November 22nd, 1990. And he made his appearance as the replacement for Bad News Brown, who was not happy with the company, so he left. So Ted DiBiase brought in onto the $1 Million team The Undertaker. Now, Undertaker's billed at 7 feet. These are actually around 6'10", but it's pies and pickles, whatever. It doesn't matter. Now, Undertaker did not win the match, so to say. His team won, but he was eliminated by countout, meaning that he was out of the ring for more than a 10 count. And that was not the end of The Undertaker's career, because the next year, he became one of 4 people who defeated Hulk Hogan for the championship. Now, who are those 4 people? You have Andre the Giant, Ultimate Warrior, Undertaker, Yokozuna, but Undertaker beat him twice, making him the only person to beat Hulk Hogan twice for the World Championship. Now, he's the only person that can say that. Now, we won't talk about WCW. A couple of people beat him a few times for that. But, we won't say that. All right, so let's talk about this pop while we continue to talk about The Undertaker a bit more. This is from Undertaker's... It's kind of hard to tell what era this is from, because he started wearing this type of outfit about 2004 when he made his return. The hair's a little bit longer, so I'm going to say it's probably more his more recent stuff. But according to look at this, it's probably about 2011, but he had the short hair. This is kind of classic Undertaker, I'll quote-unquote classic, because about the time this pop was made, Undertaker had short hair and he was wearing a robe. He actually looked more like the, as my friend likes to call it, the Satan Taker. I'll put up a picture of what that looks like. This reflects a little bit more of how he dresses now and how he dressed from like 2004 till about 2010. I want to say that's when he came out with the, 2011 he came out with the hood and the cloak and the short hair versus Triple H at WrestleMania 27. But enough about that. Undertaker, when he originally debuted, he had gray gloves, and then he moved on to purple gloves. Then he had more of a biker look. Then he had a full biker look. In between, he had a devil look between the semi-biker and the real biker. And then he was a zombie biker. And then he just went to the regular one. That's when wrestling was a little bit different, where he was a character. He was brought in to be a living dead man. It was marketed more towards kids back then. I mean, it's family oriented. It was a family event, but it's kids watch it, but it wasn't fully marketed towards kids. Kind of like the Popper's Pit. We're not fully for kids. This is a family friendly show, so anybody can watch. So back to The Undertaker. This pop, I bought it after WrestleMania 33 because The Undertaker just had lost to Roman Reigns, and they had a whole thing about putting his hat into the ring, and I thought he was going to retire. So I was like, let me get an Undertaker pop while I can. I'm kind of glad I did, because the value of it went up, so go me. But he made his return the next year at WrestleMania 34, which me and my brother were at. And it was an amazing experience because there wasn't 100% certainty that he was gonna be there, because John Cena was challenging him for a match at WrestleMania. There was no response at all from him about it, and Cena was in the ring. He was challenging him. The lights went out. Everybody got excited. It was Elias, and John Cena gave him his moves, got him in the attitude adjustment, left the ring. Lights go out. The pyro goes off. Smoke fills up. You hear the Undertaker gong, and you have men, women, and children of all ages screaming. It was so great to be there when I did that. I was glad I was there with my brother watching it, because he is a huge Undertaker fan. He doesn't watch wrestling as much, but he still loves the Undertaker, and it was just, I was really glad to be there, especially since he hasn't wrestled at WrestleMania since. I know that only one WrestleMania went by, but I kind of hope he doesn't come back. That way I can say that I was at his last WrestleMania with a huge Undertaker fan. So, and talking about Undertaker, when I went to WrestleMania 29, the seats that I had were right by the stage. They were actually behind the stage. I couldn't see the entrances, and me and my cousin went to that, who's on the S&D podcast. We didn't fully dress for the weather. We dressed for when we left the house. We didn't really take into consideration when the sun went down and it started to rain a little bit. But the Undertaker's entrance had a lot of fire to it, and I was very happy about that, because for a couple of bursts there was like, oh, heat, and we were able to warm up a little bit. So that was an important memory that I have. So as I say, I like getting these pops because they're memories to me, and this Undertaker pop is a memory of going to see Undertaker live at WrestleMania, the two of them. It's for what it is here, it's a good pop for the Undertaker 2004 to 2011, I want to say. I really wish and hope that they come out with the Undertaker wearing the gray gloves or the purple gloves. I have a plan for a future video where pops that I want to see, and that's one of them. I'd love to see that classic old school Undertaker, especially next year. It's going to be his 30th anniversary. I wouldn't mind a 3-pack or the evolution of the Undertaker pops. Funko, I got ideas. Hit me up. ThePopersPit on Instagram. So, it's a good pop. I'm not going to rate it because I really don't want to. I just don't feel like doing a rating, because how can you rate The Undertaker? You really can't. You can, especially during the from like 2000 to 2002 when he was just Biker Taker. But let me get back. It's The Undertaker. So this weekend is Survivor Series. You can catch that on the WWE Network. If you really like wrestling, you can catch World of Unpredictable Wrestling on January 4th at Gleason's Gym. I'll put the Instagram down there. You also have the Pals of the Pit down below. You have S&D Podcast, the Empty Arena Podcast, StevenKessler.com, a whole bunch of people. Check it down below. Check them out. They're not Pals of the Pit if they weren't good. So please do that. And please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And I'm not only going to end this on a pop. I'm going to end this on Rest in Pops. Thanks for popping by. Make sure to please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, as well as pressing that bell icon. That way you can be alerted the next time the Poppers Pit has a new video. Also, check out my other videos. Leave a comment. Check out the description, which has a couple of links to the Pals of the Pit. Alright, can't wait to see you next time.
Like, share, subscribe are the buttons to hit when you pop on by to the Poppers Pit.